Alright, hey everybody. So this is my collection. I'm just going to go through, kind of show everything. There's a lot to go through, so be patient with me. I got a couple here, and then more slings over there. But yeah, so for the most part, until they're big enough, I use like little AMAC box. I use a variety of things. I like DIY stuff. I like Tarantula cribs too. In here I've got an HMAC. There's another HMAC behind it. Brachycephalus. And I think you can see one. You can kind of see one just kind of sitting out. There's two of those. I have another one over there, but this is my one and only C. lividus. It's doing pretty good with the webs. And then that's another A. geniculata back there. And I keep them in this, but there's poster board behind it. It's none of the heat from the window comes through or the sunlight directly. My T. Voggins. I've got 2 mil. H. gibbonus, which will be going to Nick, I think. That's Buddha bugs. And then I've got a, let's see, yeah, a Kenya dark color form OBT back here, a regular OBT right here, and then a C. darlingi back there. And then, let's see, I've got some Sandiris. I've got 3 of them in there, a Marshali, and then a Tangerine. I've got, this is a female H. villisola, chestnut baboon. I've got a Verdezi. Got 2 of these. I don't know, Tigrina. And then I've got 2 more New Worlds in the back there. And then up here I got a baby Asian forest scorpion. I don't know the actual scientific name because it was just sold as an Asian forest scorpion. It was small, and my first scorpion, so I just went with it and trying it out, see how I like it. This is one of my prized possessions. This Cryopagopus long ipes. This is a female, came from the spider shop. She's awesome. She was just out, but she's in her hole now. This is my prized possession. Probably one of, if not my favorite tarantulas. I know it's my favorite genus. And this is just a wolf spider I saved from one of the kids killing in the house. Pretty fun little thing. But yeah, this is an Augocephalus azedamai. It's a female. Came from 8 Paws. Great place. But yeah, I was super excited. I got this earlier this year, and I've loved it ever since. Yeah, Augocephalus. I'd like a female Augocephalus of each species in the genus. So, Azedamai, Genodi, and Brayeri, I think is how you pronounce it. This again came from 8 Paws. This is a mature female Imira. I'm not going to really go through common names, but she was the first one that I paired. I've started trying to pair some baboons, and I might do some Asians, mostly for fun, but also just captive bred in the US. She's awesome. You can't see it. Let's see. Nope. Well, her tunnel is actually right there. Oh. Her tunnel is right here. And she pops out a lot. She comes out a lot. This is Hacapithera namaquensis. And he is, and I do believe it's a he. I've only had one molt, but we'll see. He's right there. And he was in one of the AMAC boxes, but I put him in one of these. And so far, he seems to be loving it. He's out a lot, and he's doing his webbing. This is a female jumper I got from Feared to Fascinated. Oh, she sees my hand. She's kind of feisty. I keep her in this. It's a neat little enclosure, a little bit more room, and she does well. She eats well. She's awesome. And then this is a communal of my, again, from Feared to Fascinated. They're breeders here in Concord, or in North Carolina. And there's 5 of them in there. And they're getting pretty big. And this is my female. I don't know if you can see her. I doubt it. You can just see a foot. A Faunapelma Diamondback. I got her from Dylan with 8 Deadly Sins. Really appreciate getting her. I had a sling. I'll be honest with you, I'm just not patient enough, and I'm already not into New Worlds very often. So I ended up getting her and then just rehoming the sling. And over here we have some various flavors. This is a female Killibrachys Hawani. I don't know how to pronounce it. If you want to look at her, she's right there. But this is a molt confirmed female from Dylan. And again, that's 8 Deadly Sins. I was pretty excited about that. I've got a female. She's already produced first egg sac. It's already... I don't have any of the babies left, but I believe she's on the verge of dropping a second. They can double, triple clutch. Great, underrated species. Really, especially like if you're getting into old worlds and you're nervous to take the leap, this is a dwarf species, but it's a baboon. But it's a great eater. It's very hardy, very easy to care for. Does some of the webbing, does a whole bunch of stuff. It's great, wonderful. Really recommend it. And you would think even as they're small and they're babies, they're hard, but they're not. They're super easy. You can pre-kill for a while. They'll eat it just fine, and then they'll grow pretty quickly, actually. These are 3 Cryopagapus albostriatus. I get you'll see a reoccurring theme here. I get duplicates, especially if they're slings. And then the idea is to get one female that I molt confirm myself. And yeah, so I haven't got any molts from these. This is one of my Pia boricola. I'm hoping, I've had more, but this one and that one, I'm hoping this is a female and that one's a male. I've gotten some molts, but they're pretty chewed up, so I can't exactly say they're confirmed, but I'm pretty confident. Over here, I have a H. gigas in the background, a P. victori, Psalmopaeus victori, a Psalmopaeus arminia. This came from 8 Deadly Sins. These came from 8 Paws. I'll be honest, I don't remember where I got these from. I think I got them from Tyler at the spider shop. H. gigas, I think I got at a reptile show. And then this came from Marshall Arachnids. This is a Psalmopaeus arminia. I've raised so many of these. Really a great species. You know, they're not like the slow-moving terrestrials, but any spider can get up and move. So just keep that in mind. But if you're looking for an intermediate species between, you know, the New World to Old World jump, Psalmopaeus is a great option. If you're also looking for a New World that just doesn't have urticating hairs, again, Psalmopaeus is a great option. And I've got a Arminia, a Victorii, and a Cambridgei. This is a black femur. I cannot pronounce the genus. I'm not even going to try. It's small. I've had it for over a year. I think they max out around 3.5, 4 inches, something like that. So it'll be a while, but again, really easy to keep. Great introduction into, you know, somebody who's wanting to get into old worlds. Honest, I've never had any issues. Never had any issues. I've got a tappy back here. It's the Caprius. I think that's how you pronounce it. Cypress? I don't know. That came from Joe, Asheville Wildside. And it's really pretty. Really great. Very, very, very fast. If you were looking for another New World without urticating hairs, this is a good one. The problem is these are one of the fastest genus out there. I would say that they are up there with Postlotheria, Amazonius, things like that. And then back behind here, I've got a species Calsoak. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. That came this year, and she has been doing great. This is a hottie again, 8 paws. This came from 8 paws as well, and this one came from 8 paws as well. I did a wholesale thing, and then also some of my friends got some as freebies. We kind of traded them around so that they're not the same sack. And I'm pretty sure this one's a female. I know this one right here is a female, and I have no idea what that one is. But yeah, let's move on. Let me see if I can get a chair real quick. Okay, so I've got 2 up here. I've got a P. murinus. I've had it since it was a sling. Excuse the decor. I have a lot of decor. I like to make it look goofy and just wacky. But yeah, great tea. Really underrated. They get a lot of heat. I won't go into that, but honestly, baboons are my favorite, hands down. I want to keep almost every baboon out there, and I do have a significant amount of baboons. So, and this is a Kagoma. This is the same species, same genus, same species. It's just a color variant. I think it lives in a different region. I think Kagoma is the region, but this one right here was supposed to be a Mozambique color form female, but turns out, just for one reason or another, it was a tappy of some kind. I'm not sure what it is, but I will care for it and like it all the same. And it's the same concept. Give a little bit more than a traditional arboreal so that it can dig. It's about 3 inches, and it'll do web curtains just like Psalmopaeus, just like OBTs and all that stuff. And then I have a confirmed female OBT here. Again, it is back there, around the same size. This is a mature male Vietnam Silver. I've got it in a smaller enclosure so I can keep it on an eye. I've just gotten it like a week ago. I want it to settle down because I have a female I would like to pair with it, and I want to keep a close eye on it. After I get done pairing them, I have another enclosure that I can let them finish out in there. Just want to keep an eye on him, see if he's eating, make sure he's getting something to drink, make sure there's no neurological things going on, things like that, before I pair him. So it's not an ideal enclosure. It is more of like a quarantine kind of thing. This is my Formicocylus Rufus. This is a mature female. She is not the nicest, and she's very seclusive. That little witch house, she has a burrow that goes up under it, and that's where she sits, and that's where she stays. She will, rarely have I ever seen her out. And she does not like to be messed with. These are 2 NC dwarf NC golds. Again, I got them from Fear the Fascinated. Great species, wonderful, very, very, very fast. But I will say They do really great webbing. Their colors are amazing. Their feeding response is amazing. You don't have to take up a bunch of room. You can have multiple of them, and they're just wonderful. They really are. They're just wonderful. I've got a H. Himalena female in here. I have tried to pair her, though I don't think it was successful. And she almost never comes out. And then I've got a Pteronoculus cordatus. I think that's how you pronounce it in here. Great species. Colors are wonderful. Not too big. It's not an adult or anything. So soon it will go into another enclosure. But for now, it's got plenty of space to dig down, and it's eating well and perfectly fine. And I've got a Thani. It's a lesser known species right here. But I decided to take a chance on it. I believe it's a male. I'm not sure, but it's eating well. It's burrowed down here. And then up above, I've got what I suspect is a female M. balfouri. Okay, why do you have a single one versus a communal? Well, two things. One, they breed better if you keep them singly, in a single enclosure, separated. So if I decide that I want to do that, I've already got one, either a male or female, ready to go. And I can separate once the other ones get bigger. Other than that, I just don't mind having a single M. balfouri. It's okay to have just one in an enclosure. They do great. I've got a Mexican rose gray. It's a Tillicottle verdezi. Little buddy. It is a confirmed male. It's 3 inches, I believe. I don't know if you can see it. I doubt you can. And then here I have a H. namaquensis, Hacapithera namaquensis, if I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. But that's a mature female. It's an adult. And I'm just looking for a male to pair. She settled down well. I gave her substrate, places to climb, places to hide. But I'm actually going to change her enclosure here soon. And then, since we're down at the bottom, we'll just keep going this way. This is a male Tillicottle. I cannot confirm if it's a Boggins. I cannot confirm if it's, a Kallenbergi or whatever the case may be. It's some sort of, red rump type ordeal. But he was big. He looked like he was about to mature at Petco. I paid way too much for him, but I felt bad for him. I still feel bad for him. Unfortunately, I can't fulfill his breeding, his biological imperative, but me and him we'll hang out. We'll be buddies for the remainder of his life. And Tillicottles grow slower, so this is a male G. pulchripes. I don't think you'll see it. Again, I got from Feared Not from Fascinated. Honestly, I just like him. I just like him a lot. So he's my little buddy. Yeah, his name's Odin. They named him, and I was grateful enough that they sent him my way. And then under that is a B. Amelia. Vent sexing, looking at it, I'm guessing male, almost 100%, but you know how that is. I got a mature male in NC, and then a non-mature male D. Pentaloris that I have molted, or I've molt sexed. I've got a King Kraken, and I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can zoom in if you can see it. Let me go. Wow, that's a really big enclosure for that. Trust me, I've had hundreds of them. I know which ones can go in bigger ones and which ones can't. And Krakens will eat. They'll be fine. I'm not saying go throw them in an adult enclosure, but yeah. So over here I have a Kilobrachys discolus. I suspect a female. I'm not sure. Its moat is all the way down here on the other side. and of course it's sitting right next to it, and it's one that has ran out on me before. So this is just an AMAC box, and I 3D printed a lid, and then I use clear baby locks to secure it. Another King Kraken back there. I've got another Discoleus, and I'm not even going to begin to try to pronounce that one. But I do believe that's a male as well. This came from the spider shop. I won it at an auction, and it's an interesting little critter. I'm going to be rehousing that. I've got its enclosure in the back, but I think it's in pre-molt, and it's molting down here, so I don't want to disturb it right now. I was planning on doing it this weekend, but I'm not going to mess with a molting tarantula. But yeah, it's really gorgeous, really gorgeous. And then I've got a Kilobrachii fimbriatus back here. Yep, she's burrowed, so you're not going to see it. And then a Nepal and another Kraken. I think I've accumulated quite a collection of Krakens. This is my first Sea Darlingi. It's awesome. I would say this was one of the ones that got me into my love for baboons. I used to be terrified of them. I didn't want anything to do with them. Heard all the horror stories, and found out, it is not as it would be portrayed on, YouTube with clickbait videos and things like that. And I've raised him from a sling, and he is in pre-molt right now. Got a big old booty. So I'm hoping that this is the molt. And then I can find him a female. I've got a female, but none of them are big enough. You'll see these artworks around. These came from Gray Ghost Creations. And I have them spread out various different areas. In here I have a mature male H. pulchripes. I don't know if you can't see it in the back, but it's back there. It's kind of just like sitting out looking around. And then I have a confirmed female H. pulchripes. That was what I had thought was a female or a male for the longest time. And I ended up actually going and buying this one. And that one turned out to be male. And then I molt sexed this one, and it turned out to be female. I have another female that I'm going to pair him with and then send him off to a buddy so that he can do his thing. Over here I have a almost positive Pteronoculus lagardi, and she's sealed up right now, so can't really see her. Great species. Again, if you're thinking, oh, I want an OBT but I'm not ready yet, lagardi is a great option to go ahead and get you one. Another Sea Darlingi. This came from the spider shop. It's a female. This came from Tom Saxon. This is a K. bruneps. I cannot remember the common name. She's feisty. I think if you look, you can see her leg. She sits out by her little leaf. Yep. And that's where she sits. Great eating. Pretty colors. This is a Pseudohapalus orange belly. I can't pronounce the species name. Great species. I got it from Joe. Asheville Wildside is a local here in North Carolina. If you're local, definitely check them out, or you probably already know about them. But yeah, it's just a fun tarantula. It's small. I like Pseudohapalus, and yeah. And then back here I have a, no way I'm going to be able to pronounce that. Excuse the thread. It's for Halloween decorations, but that is a Indonesian stout leg. And then up here is one of my prized possessions, who loves to do this right here. And I try to clean it, but also she terrifies me. This is actually a New World. This is Amazonius germani. And actually, if you look, you can see her legs. I will zoom it in for you. You can see her legs. She's a big girl. I put her in a 12 by 12 by 18. Not that she really needs it. I mean, obviously, you can tell she makes use of it. But my safety because she is fast. I've seen her go in a blink of an eye, just move. And it's basically for me to be able to go, okay, if I got to have enough time to react. This is just one of my crested geckos. Her name's Pickles. This is my pumpkin patch. Hapalopus species Columbia, I believe. Her name's Sam. You can see again, that's that. Sam is from a favorite horror movie. I'm a huge horror movie buff. Trick or Treat. And yeah, Sam is one of my favorites. So, I don't know. She just gave me vibes of Sam. This is my Ordonoctone, or however you pronounce it. This is my golden fringe. My golden fringe. This is a confirmed female. I've seen the molt. This came from Dylan, and that is 8 Deadly Sins. One of my prized possessions. Love her. Love her. I had a whole bunch of them, but he ended up finding one, gave me a great deal on it, so I ended up just saying, okay, I just want this one, and I got her, and we've been hanging out ever since, and she's been great. Orthonoctus, or about, whatever. That. This is a Poecilotheria Miranda. I'm not big into Poecilotheria, I'll be honest with you. I'm not. But I will say that they are gorgeous. They're great to keep. To each their own. It's nothing that they're bad or anything. It's just not my flavor. But Miranda is an exception. The contrast, the black and whites, gorgeous. I'm suspecting male with this. I got this from Dylan, 8 Deadly Sins, and he was nice enough to give me, just because I was having such a hard time finding any, he was nice enough to give me one of his, and I have been loving it ever since. And if it's a male, I'll hopefully find a female and do a loan and get some more and carry on his legacy. This again came from Dylan, 8 Deadly Sins, and there she is to come out. Almost positive. Suspect that this is a female. She's just looking. What you doing? A lot of my teas do that. Watering day is tonight, so with her, she just puts trash in it, so I just kind of feel the substrate and the moss. She came in one of his mystery boxes. I had mentioned, wanting a Malaysian Earth Tiger, and when I found this in the box, I was so excited, and it has been such a pleasure having it. She eats well, she does well. Couldn't recommend enough. And there's a little decor. This came from 8 Deadly Sins, and she has yucked in her water bowl. That is glued, so I have to overfill it and clean it out. But she is feisty, so I have to be careful. This is a Salmopaeus reduncus. This came from 8 Paws. It's confirmed female. And she goes with this one, which I molt sexed, and is a confirmed male. I cannot remember where I got this one from. I think I got it from a reptile show, and I've just been raising it. But he's great. He's kind of goofy, kind of silly. This is another P. cordatus. Let's see. Can we see? Can we zoom in and try to see if we can see if it's got a little triangle or not? I can't tell. I don't see one, but you never know. I need a mold. But yeah, I've raised it from a sling, and this is a male H. Himalena. That's the one that will go to Nick as well. Good luck with him and his breeding attempts. This came from the spider shop. This is for Megachilus species Achaea. Achaea? I don't know. Whatever. Female. Great deal on her. Couldn't pass it up. She's probably in that back burrow. She is one that comes out and she'll, in the middle of the night, and she'll just sit like right there. And she'll climb right there, and that's about it. So it doesn't get too high, but she likes to come out and climb a little bit. This is more of a fossorial setup because it's got a Marshalli in here. And it's a female, and it came from Tyler at Spider Shop. Again, love them. Baboons are my favorite. So I've got slings that are Marshallis, but I was too impatient and the price was right. And then this is an Amazonius burgessi. I love this genus, and fortunately they had a female, so I got her, and so far she's doing really well. She's doing a little web curtain. She completely ignored the big hide I gave her, but whatever. This is my girl, my silver, my Vietnam silver. She is hidden. You're not going to see her, but she's gorgeous. This is my suspected male. I'm actually about to recheck a molt for him. And this is my confirmed female. And you can actually see her because she's out quite often. She loves this enclosure. She's all over the place in it. She does a little climbing, a little hanging around at the top. She'll come in the middle, hang around about midway, or she loves to sit right there. And this is a Cryopachypus schmidti. It is a mature male, just molted out. Unfortunately, but we will get her or him paired up with her. And then we have a female H. pulchripes, golden blue baboon. And then this is this is Goku. Where are you? You're somewhere in there. And that's moisture. That's not mold. She's in there, but it is a Faunopelma Samane. This is a confirmed female. Just confirmed it. Her name's Cujo. She is feisty. A geniculata. Again, I've had her when she was a sling. But yeah. And last but not least, excuse the mess because I'm molt sexing and feeding and watering and doing things. It's the weekend, so time to do that. Here I have various things. Can't even begin to pronounce this one. It's cool. Fossorial. I've got another Augocephalus zetami back here. That was a group that I got. Unfortunately, it died. A lot of them died off, but that was the survivor. I have confirmed with the molt that is a male. I've got we'll go to the back. Imira. These 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 were my first ever breeding attempt that I had no clue what it was. I mean, I had a clue what I was doing, but no real experience. And somehow I managed to keep some of them alive. I don't know how I did that, but I'm fortunate. And they're doing great. They're eating and they're being rambunctious. And this is another Imira I've got, and I got it at a reptile show. This is a really cool species. I will say, if you haven't, I know it's not technically a tarantula, but if you haven't given it a chance, give it a chance. You can see it right there. It's a funnel web spider. It's a Colombian blue. Super fun. Super fun. And then I've got another Vietnam silver and a Cryopachypus minix. My battery's low. And then I've got 3 of these Togarus Mozambique. And here I've got 4 Tanzanian black and golds. I can't pronounce the name. I've also got 3 of these. I love baboons, and this is a more rare dwarf baboon. I've got a Salmopaeus blue dwarf, a C. marshalli, and a B. hamori. There's also a Faunopelma hensi, and a electric blue. I forget what they are. Kilobrachys electric blue. I know there's another name for them now. Give me 1 second just to plug in my charger. Okay, so yes, anyways, in here I have a lot more of boreals. Let me bring over my chair real quick. Okay, so in here I have various things. I have some baboons, a couple more Cryopagabus longipes. I've got some Salmopaeus, an H-Mac, various sorts. I do have a P. regalis in there. I think that's going to go to my buddy. He loves Poecilotheria. More power to him. As you can see, these are my smallest slings. Let's see. You can see in there. I have 3 Augocephalus genodi in there. I've got 2 Ragnog blues. I've got 4 Cuzon blues and the Cubas. I've got 2 of those. And then I don't know how to pronounce this name. I got this from a lot of these I got from either the Spider Shop, 8 Paws, Dylan, Tom Saxon, or Brian at Tie-Dye Tarantulas. And then I've got several Pyraminias, Pecan Bridge Eyes, some more Tappies. You know, the biggest Tappy I have is that misidentified one, but these are the only other ones I have besides the one from Joe. I got 2 Polybots, or however you pronounce it, and then a Rosty. And then I've got some other various ones in the back. Those are color forms of certain Pteronoculus marinus. And then I do have a Lankawi, I believe is how it's pronounced. It's back here. Awesome species. If you like Hottie Hottie, you'll love that one. But yeah. And last but not least, and excuse my, I like little, again, I'm a horror buff and like all that stuff, Murano on the back and everything, some various other stuff, but here I have a mature female Tanzanian black. She's about 4 or 5 inches. I'm not sure where she's at. She might be in the back of that skull. Yeah. And then down here was one of my first tarantulas, which is a Tillicotyle albopilosus. A curly hair. I can't remember the forms. Her name's Princess. She's a handful. And that's about it. I've got a, decent collection. I also have up there a Bavinia. Oh, how do you pronounce it? I forget the common name. I probably misspelled that too. But yeah, this is my collection. I like to come in here and just feed, water, chill, decompress, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you.